Hey, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Big day tomorrow, Friday, August 23rd. If you are a pop music fan or a Swiftie, Taylor Swift's new album, Lover, comes out. I just got finished watching her performances today on GMA, Good Morning America. Well, I got to be honest, she was lip syncing through all of them. But I guess that doesn't really matter anymore these days. For me, when you get right down to it, the thing about Taylor Swift, although I'm not a big fan, I've certainly come away impressed with some of her songs. It's more about the songs than it is about the singing, clearly. She does do a pretty darn good job lyrically, expressing herself and expressing emotions that the average person feels. And I think that's probably why she is so popular. Plus, she understands how to manufacture a hit song. There's a lot of similarities in her songs, the way she writes. So kudos to her, I guess. That's what it's all about, right? I mean, for me anyway, I try to write songs that other people can relate to, both melodically and lyrically. But the big thing that's going on nowadays with Taylor Swift is because she's lost the rights to all of the masters of her first five albums, she is talking about re-recording all of those songs. And I'm very intrigued by this possibility for a couple of reasons. First of all, I've never been a fan of any artist or band re-recording any of their songs. A lot of bands, especially hair bands from the 80s, have gone back and done new versions of their songs, and I just don't like it. I am a fan of the original. I've struggled with this sometimes with my friends that I do music with. Oftentimes they want to re-record one of our songs. I'm like, look, man, the original is the original. I mean, if you play live, it's okay to go ahead and play around with it. But when it comes down to recording songs, I really like the originals. Even if it's my original, it is what it is, and it becomes kind of a part of me and my heart. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this comes about. It's unfortunate that Taylor Swift lost the rights to her music, but it's kind of ironic when you really think about it. It is the popular, famous artist getting treated basically like an average Joe employee. And what I mean by that is that Taylor Swift has had something happen to her that, quite frankly, I've had things very similar to this happen to me, and I'm just an average Joe with an average life, with an average job, with an average business, and I've certainly had things like this happen to me. And ironically though, Taylor Swift, she signed it, and she knew that these kinds of things could happen, but I almost kind of liken it to a deal with the devil. And obviously, the music world has changed a lot. It's a lot different than what it was 20, 25 years ago. Of course, Taylor Swift was like hardly even born 25 years ago. But anyway, my point is that stuff happens, and it's unfortunate, but at least she's thinking outside the box and looking at doing some resolutions. So anyway, Taylor Swift's new album, Lover, comes out tomorrow. I'm a big fan of staying on top of new music releases. Also out on Friday, August 23rd, is a new one from Michael Schenker Fest. It's called Revelation. If you're a rock music fan, you probably know who Michael Schenker is. And also, if you're a thrash metal fan, a new album from the band Crobot, it's called Mother Brain. That comes out on Friday as well. And a couple other things I wanted to mention real quick, because I wanted to jump last week's new music in here too. Last week, Lionel Richie, you remember him well. He had a new live album come out called Hello from Las Vegas. He is 70 years old. He still sounds pretty good, I gotta say. Also, if you've never heard of King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, they are an interesting band, kind of an art, spacey rock band, but they're not scared to do new things, and they put out their own thrash metal album last week. It's called Rat's Nest. It's actually pretty good, so if you like thrash metal, I would definitely check out King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Also, Hammerfall, melodic heavy metal, great song, great album, new one, possibly their best ever, called Dominion. That came out last Friday. Rodney Crowell, if you've ever heard of him, he's known as the godfather of Americana music. He had a new album out, lots of guest stars on there. That's Rodney Crowell. The album is called Texas. And Exile, remember them from 1978? I Want to Kiss You All Over. They released an album called The Garage Tapes. I think it's a lot of old songs that have never been released. I actually can't verify this. I did not do research on it, but I believe that's what it's all about. Speaking of bands that have re-recorded songs, oh, Exile. I don't know how many versions of Kiss You All Over they have because they've had so many members change in and out of that band. But the original, it's the original that matters to me. I don't want to hear the other ones. I love the original Kiss You All Over by Exile. So perfect example of that. So, hey, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel down below there in the corner. Would really appreciate it. I've always got new cover songs on here. Also some original music. I've got a bunch of original songs that I'd like to release soon too. So please subscribe and I'll keep you up to date. Thanks for joining me here. Have a great weekend. See you.